Morning friends, my name is Chetan Joshi. Welcome to Atmi University video lecture series. In the previous segment, we have seen that medium particle or medium which supports the sound propagation have a characteristic of elasticity. That means only the elastic medium can support the propagation of sound, because sound wave requires medium. Medium has to be there, and that medium must be elastic. So when we talk that the medium must be elastic, the responsivity of this particular medium in the form of elasticity is characterized by elastic constant. So in the previous lecture we have seen that there are basically three elastic constants: Young modulus, bulk modulus, and modulus of rigidity. Whether the material is in a solid form or in liquid form or in a gaseous form, some of the constant they will definitely have if it is elastic. So velocity of sound is different in different media, because the medium response is different against the propagation of sound wave. So now we will see what is the formula of velocity of sound in terms of elastic constant of a medium, whether medium is solid, when the medium is in liquid form, and when the medium is in gaseous form. So velocity of sound in different media. To understand this one, we'll take a very small experiment. Let's say we have a sound source. This is a sound source. That means it is able to produce sound wave of particular frequency. Frequency is generally measured in terms of hertz, cycles per second. So this is the frequency of sound wave which is being generated. The frequency is decided by source. Only source can change the frequency. Medium cannot change. Medium will respond to that frequency. Now this sound wave we are transmitting towards the solid material. Let's say we have a solid material. When it transmitted, some of the sound energy will be transmitted, remaining will be absorbed into the material. It passes by and it encounters another medium, let's say liquid medium. Then some of the sound energy again it will be absorbed in the liquid medium and remaining will be transmitted. It encounters a gaseous medium. Some gas is filled in container. What will happen? We have three different medium: solid, liquid, and gas. Same sound is passing through that particular medium. The frequency of sound is decided by the source itself. Only source can change the frequency. Medium cannot change the frequency. It can only respond, and that's why frequency will not change. Now when I say that the velocity of sound is in different medium, what is the general formula of velocity of sound in wave? For example, wave, velocity of wave, VW. In the previous lecture we have seen that the velocity of wave, whether it is a sound wave or light wave, transverse wave or longitudinal wave, it is given by omega upon k, where omega is the angular frequency and k is the wave number. You can simplify this formula, because omega equal to 2 pi f, f is a linear frequency, and wave number is 2 pi upon lambda, where lambda is the wavelength of wave, that we have already seen in the previous segment. So finally we come to f lambda. So any type of wave, its velocity is given by frequency multiplied by wavelength, meter per second. Now what is my question is, the frequency of sound wave is fixed, it is decided by source. So only source can change the frequency, medium cannot change the frequency, it can only respond. And I am also claiming that all the medium are elastic, and this response towards the propagation of sound is different, and that's why velocity of sound in different media is different. So in this case, since the frequency is fixed for all the medium and velocity of sound is different in different medium, that means the wavelength of sound must be different in different medium. Then only it is possible. Therefore, we can conclude that the wavelength of sound must be different in different media. Therefore, when you pass the same frequency sound in solid medium, it will have a different wavelength. When the same frequency of sound is passing through liquid medium, it will have a different wavelength, and it will have a different wavelength in gases. Generally, the wavelength of sound in solid is very small. So you can write down in this way. This is a diagrammatic picture of wavelength of sound in solid. So this small value is called wavelength. While in case of liquid, it is little bit larger. While in case of gas, it is even larger. So wavelength of sound is different in different media. But the frequency of sound remains same, because a medium cannot change the frequency, it can only respond to that. So what is the corresponding formula of velocity of sound in solid in terms of elastic constant in case of liquid and in case of gas? So velocity of sound in solid is given by under root y upon rho. Here, when you pass a sound into solid, its direction of propagation, the length along the direction of propagation will change. That means only in the one dimension there will be corresponding change in dimension. So it is a one-dimensional case, and that's why Young modulus comes into picture. Because whenever you have a change in dimension, which is restricted to one dimension only at a time, you talk about Young modulus. That we have already seen last time. So velocity of sound in solid is given by this formula under root y upon rho, where y is the Young modulus, Newton per meter square, and rho is the density of solid. Density of solid, meter per kilogram per meter cube. So, depending upon the solid material, suppose you have a large number of solid material. For example, you have a metal, then you have a rubber, then you have a ceramic material. All the materials are to some extent elastic. They have different Young modulus, and that's why the velocity of sound in different solid is also different. Because when you know the Young modulus and density, you can calculate the velocity of sound in that particular solid medium. Similarly, the velocity of sound in liquid is given by this formula under root k upon rho. When you pass a sound into the liquid, all three dimensions of the liquid will change at a time, and that's why you talk about bulk modulus. Last time we have already seen when all the dimensions of material changes at a time by the application of applied force. Here the force is given in the form of a sound pressure. Then you can talk about bulk modulus. So this happens in the case of liquid. All the dimensions will change at a time when you pass a sound wave, where k is known as bulk modulus. Newton per meter square. All the modulus have same unit, and rho is the density of liquid. Kilogram per meter cube. While in the case of gas, same thing happens. All the dimensions of gas will change. When you transmit a sound into gas medium. So we can talk about the bulk modulus because all three dimensions are changing at a time. But in the case of gas, the bulk modulus is given by, in the case of gas, V equal to under root K upon rho. But the bulk modulus given in terms of pressure on the gas, because that we can measure. So it is called gamma P times rho, where P is the pressure on the gas. Unit is Newton per meter square. Rho is the density of gas. Kilogram per meter cube. And gamma is known as specific heat ratio, Cp upon Cv, where Cp is known as specific heat at constant pressure, and Cv is known as specific heat at constant volume. All the gas have Cp and Cv, specific heat at constant volume, pressure, and specific heat at constant volume. So this ratio is fixed for a particular gas. Suppose you have a hydrogen gas, then gamma value is fixed. For nitrogen gas, the gamma value is fixed again. But for different gas, the value of gamma is different, even though the pressure is same. And that's why the velocity of sound is different in different gases. So these three are the formulas of velocity of sound in different media, in solid, liquid and gas.